So that just happened. The freighter we had booked passage on got into low Earth orbit to drop us off, and we were picked up by pirates who apparently he owes money to or something, and he basically threw me off the ship. I scrambled to actually get the rover out the hatch, and he took off and took my data pad with our target coordinates with him, and so uh, here we are. It looks like there might be some sort of outpost over there. Rover seems to have made it. Let's take a bit of stock. Well, let's set up our ore detector. And I think, yep, we have some extra chutes, so let's turn these off so we don't accidentally trigger them. And then there's this program in the ship that I want to make a couple changes to now that we've landed. Well, hang on, let me check. Yep, okay, so we have some oxygen and some hydrogen, but yeah, we're not going to want to be using that. So we do, I think, want to change this program a little bit. We are going to tell it, where did it go? Not to manage the hydrogen engine. And definitely not use it first. And it always seems like when I compile the code on this, it defaults to turning the hydrogen engine on. So we'll turn off this program altogether. And we'll go ahead and turn the hydrogen engine back off because our hydrogen is going to be important to us. Yeah, okay. I guess let's take stock. Well, at least the guy didn't steal the stuff out of my cockpit. Still have a rifle, a couple mags, and bottles. And I guess I left a couple of cosmic coffees and colas here. Oh, and we do have a data pad for a station. I wonder if it's that one that we already spotted. And then, yep, well, my tools are still here. Take that. But look, oh man, we've got just a little bit of ice and no way to process it. We don't even have food or water. Well, oh, I need to turn on that station. Is that? Yep, that is the one that we have. Great. Well, I guess before we can get on with our, I mean, we're here, we might as well get on with our mission, but before we can, we're going to want to find some stone because we're going to need to make some way to process that ice into food, or well, rather into water, and then I think I see some greenery and we should be able to well, live on. Yeah, we'll use this stone right here. And I guess we ought to get the survival kit processing. There's some stone or some iron over there, but we can't really do anything with it.
Inventory full.
Well, you don't need to watch me grind up a bunch of stone, so I'll pause the recording here and I'll come back. Alright, well that's about as much stone as I can cram in there at the moment. But I noticed something else. Over on the HUD we've got a hostile signal. I don't know if that's new or if I didn't notice it before. Keep an eye on that. I was thinking if we look at the blueprints I have in here somewhere. There we go. This emergency ration dispenser is not very good, so I think we can go straight to this guy. So we're gonna need, yeah, we can build all of this stuff with the survival kit. So we'll go ahead and queue that up. And gonna need to deprioritize the stone so that this thing starts going. And then if I remember right, right behind here, yeah, there's access to that cargo container. While we're here, just grab this last bit of stone. So I could turn on my light. Oh yeah, I just figured as I've been here talking, it's processed some of the stone we already jumped in there. Might as well top it back off. But I'm going to move down to level ground. Be easier to work.
Inventory full.
Just carry as much as I can.
Inventory full.
Let's move down to some more level ground. Looks like down here maybe, so we don't need to go quite that fast. There we go. That'll do nicely. Oh, gotta be careful. The gravity here's something fierce. Gotta make some room. Alright, that should be all the parts we need to build a food sequencer. And yeah, if we put it this way, yeah, that should give us ports all the way around that we can use on it later. Technical difficulties. There we go. So yeah, we're getting pretty thirsty, so let's see. I guess we don't need to run that from there. We can pop over here. We should be able to boil some of the... Actually, before we do that, let's tell the food sequencer not to just pull in stuff, because I want to control what goes into it. Because we have so precious little resources right now. So let's take, I don't know, 100 of our ice. Turn that into water. And while that's running, I think we can probably extract some organics from these grasses. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that'll be more than enough, and I'm getting pretty thirsty. Guess I could turn off my suit antenna. Where's our water at? Yeah, we'll want a gray water processor before long, but I don't think we can make that. With the survival kit. Let's look at the blueprint of that. A water recycler. Yeah, small tubes. A large steel tube. We're not going to be able to produce those with the survival kit, only basic components. So we're going to need to set up something a little more permanent. Or at least bigger. So I think we're going to want to try and see if we can find some better resources and park near them. In particular, if we could find some cobalt, some nickel, some silicon, and some iron all close together, that would be pretty fantastic. And without any better data to go by, I'm just gonna... Oh, there's cobalt. That seems to be all by itself. I think the planetary surveys showed we can find a grouping of common resources. So we'll hold out. Guess actually we could start aiming in the direction of that local trading post. I'll pause the recording and I'll come back to you when I've found something. So I've come back for a moment. You can see our station's over that way, 7.5 kilometers almost. We were over in the desert that way some, and you can see I did find some gold, but there's nothing I can do with that just yet, so I just had to mark it and we'll leave it alone. But I came up on this little hilltop to get a look around. I think I'm going to go over to that one to the southwest. Excuse me. Yeah, to our right. see what's over there. But yeah, this is where we find ourselves currently, or maybe over that way. Looks like we're losing the sun pretty quick. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna drive around and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Well, as you see, I backtracked some, back to under 2 km from that gold I found, but we've had another red signal pop up on the HUD a little bit ago. There's a lookout tower off in that direction. And for a while I was having trouble finding anything. There's some silicon here and a little bit of cobalt back there. You can see our territory defense guy, he's way up on that plateau. And I think I continue to give him a wide berth. Further back toward my left, I was getting back into some more desert territory, which I was trying to avoid because I figure it's going to give us the least likelihood of finding some ores on top of one another. This greener terrain, less desert, looks, I mean, it's still desert wildlife, or plant life, but at least that indicates that there's, some sort of life, rock, not just sand. It looks like maybe we will end up making it all the way to that beacon. I don't really want to set up on top of it. I think maybe giving it 5 or 6 kilometers between us and it, where we park for a while, would probably be desirable. But I also want to give these hostile markers a lot of clearance. We're back kind of out in the desert. I was hoping to not have that happen. I'm hoping ahead of me, past these dunes, those look more like some rocky plateaus again. I'll head a bit more in that direction and catch up with you. So this is what I was seeing beyond those dunes. This valley floor looks pretty cool. I'll head in here and see if we can find anything. Certainly opportunity to get a bunch more stone. Oh, looks like we're headed up a bit. There's some screen tearing on my HUD. I'm hoping that's not coming through in the recording. Sounds like we have some weather coming in. I still haven't seen any new ores in a while. Climb up here. We'll look around. Oh, there's our defense friend over there. It looks like the other thing has fallen off our... Oh no, here it is. A frontier outpost, that's new. I'm gonna pause here and have the inventory system bring me a bite. Well, actually, I guess I gotta make something to eat and delicious synth food it is, because we're kind of on a budget at the moment. I think I need to move. Ugh, gravel. Got a way to pad it out, huh? Need to move a bit of gravel over into the food production facility. Oof. I'm really hungry. Where did all my gravel go? And I need to move the water back there because I have it locked. Not locked. I have the... Oh, come on now. I guess I don't need all of that gravel. I certainly don't want to eat all of that gravel. There we go. Now we're cooking. Alright, we'll bring this over through the inventory system. I'll have a bite of that. So we can get rid of that gravel. We'll send these leftovers back for reprocessing. Man, I'm still pretty hungry though. I guess that'll hold me over. This weather's no joke. I feel like we were seeing more resources before. I wonder if the ship system needs to be restarted. See if I can't make it up here. Looks like some more plateaus over that way. I'm gonna pause the recording and restart the ship systems and see if maybe there was a bug that's making the ore detector not work. Well, I found ice. Which is really good, but unexpected. There's been nothing else in these mountains nearby. I came from that direction. Yeah, I don't know what to do. This is good news, but I don't recognize this as one of the settlement candidates. I'll run over here. We can get a better view from up here. I mean, it could be one of the candidates. I don't know. It's difficult to say. It wouldn't be terrible. You know, you've got this valley with some low entryways, but some high peaks around it. Let's see if I can scale this. I think that's our original territory defense station. And you can see the beacon's 5 kilometers that way. Got my drill out because it's got a limited range ore scanner in it. We just happened across something that would be convenient. I really didn't expect to find ice this soon. We may... I don't want to settle here. At least I don't think I want to settle here. I think we may pick up some ice. That would at least alleviate our food and water concerns. But this is kind of a... Yeah, I don't love this location now that I think about it more. Anybody wishing to plunder this location, if we set up down in that valley, would have a lot of high ground, and we would have to do a lot of building to make this high ground defensible. So I think... Yeah, I think maybe we stock up here. At least get enough to fill the O2H2 generator, and maybe generate 40 or 50 units of water, liters of water. And I do have a jetpack. Until we secure a really reliable source of large quantities of ice. I mean, not that I'm going to use a huge amount with my jetpack, but it just seems irresponsible to go using it willy-nilly, which is why I'm running and climbing. Though if I get myself in a bind, I'll I'll use the jetpack to keep from becoming a smear on these rocks. I really did not expect to find water this soon. I think while we're here, first I'm going to... Well, first I'm going to get some ice. We'll load up the O2H2 generator and make up some water packets. And then before I leave here, we'll pull up to one of these big big rock outcroppings and grab some stone. But yeah, I'm gonna pause the recording here, and I'll probably work through the night, but I need to take a bit of a break. So I will catch you in the next video.